Sort the 2026 grid by the number of places gained on the opening lap, and it comes out in near reverse championship order. The best starters in Formula 1 this season, as it turns out, are the drivers in the slowest cars. And that's not all that's special about the first lap. If you were to put together a championship table based on the order of the grid at the end of lap 1, there is a surprise championship leader that we'll reveal in a moment. First up though, the opening lap paradox. The whole grid, sorted by how many places each driver gained on lap 1 across 11 races, comes out almost exactly in reverse championship order. The drivers in the fastest car go backwards off the line, and they win anyway. On lap 1, the 6 drivers with the best average grid slot have lost 13 places. However, the 6 with the worst average grid slot on lap 1 all season have gained 110. And here are your top 3. Antonelli loses 13, and he's won 6 races. Russell loses 19. He's also taken 4 poles and won twice. But here you go, here's the worst starter in the field. It's Hulkenberg from Audi. He's lost 25. And who's at the top of the leaderboard for making up the most places? Let us know in the comments below who you think it is before I do the big reveal. Coming in at number 3 is Ocon on plus 22. Coming in at number 2 is Alonso on plus 30. But coming in at number 1 is Carlos Sainz. He's gained 31 places on the opening lap this season, and 0 on every other lap of the year. Across the 9 races he's classified, his lap 1 position and his finishing position are the same number in aggregate, net plus 31, then nothing for 611 laps. So that got us thinking, given Sainz is such a great starter, what would the championship table look like if all we did was finish the race at lap 1? So here are a few things worth saying out loud. 4 of the 11 lap 1 winners actually won the race: Monaco, Austria, Britain and Belgium. The other 7 times, the car leading after lap 1 was not the car that won. In our hypothetical championship, Bearman scored 0. He hasn't run in the top 10 at all after lap 1. In fact, Bearman scores nothing at all until 38% of the race distance, not 1 point at any earlier stage of the race all season. Hadjar and Gasly do not reach their peak until 94% of the way through. They are the only 2 who earn everything at the end and lose nothing. Verstappen is another slow starter. He's only got 71 points in our championship, and he's 131 points by mid-race, so his whole season is built around the work that he does between 30 and 60% of the race distance. Antonelli would prefer that races are only 60% of current race distance, because he peaks at about that time. So back to our championship. Here are the top 3. And coming in third, at the halfway point of the season, is Hamilton. He's on 164 points. And second is Antonelli. Mercedes had pretty slow starts at the beginning of the season and they were overtaken off the line pretty quickly. Can you remember what happened all the way back in Melbourne in March? And top of the table is Charles Leclerc from Ferrari. He's on 180 points. Now his real position on the championship table is 4th, so he's actually a big gainer. He's picked up an extra 63 points on the championship if he were to stop at lap 1. So of course this is all hypothetical and just having a bit of fun. If they really were going out for 1 lap, well, that'd just be qualifying. The cars would be set differently, there'd be less fuel, they'd be on soft tyres. Oh yeah, and Sainz finishes 18th. Indeed, this would be the ultimate sprint. It would be a qualifying lap, but a very congested track, so who knows what would happen with that. And can you just imagine the risks that everyone would be taking on the first lap with everyone congested on the grid? You definitely wouldn't see the safety car coming out if anything happened on turn 1. Anyway, thanks for listening again. We spent a lot of time putting these videos together and playing with the data, and we have a lot of fun. So thanks again. Hit that subscribe button. The season's still young.